In this video, we will complete round 2 of our bumblebee. Please have the pattern with you as we will be referring to it frequently. You can download it from our website by visiting the website link included in your kit. Before we start, you need a way to track which rounds you completed. You can try to memorize it, but speaking from experience, that never ends well. So you can actually use the pattern itself to keep track of your progress. Just put a marker or a check next to the round you're working on, like this, so that you don't lose track of your rounds. Now let's move on to round 2. According to our pattern, we should put increase stitches in all of the stitches on this round, which equals 6 increase stitches. And just a quick reminder, an increase stitch is just 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So let's begin. After completing round 1, we left off right here, where our slip knot is located. If you had a pre-started kit, the slip knot will be marked with a stitch marker. So just take out the stitch marker and insert your hook. And for the first stitch of the second round, we should insert our hook into the first V shape across the caterpillar's belly. So that would be this stitch right here. If you have a pre-started kit, this stitch will be marked with a stitch marker. So just take it out before you insert your hook. So I will put my hook back into the slip knot and I will tighten it a little bit by pulling the working yarn. And now it's time to insert my hook into the stitch that I just showed you. The first stitch is usually tight, so you might have to wiggle your hook a little bit, but eventually it will go through. I will put 1 single crochet into this stitch. Before I put another single crochet, I will place a stitch marker on the stitch that I just made to indicate the beginning of the round. That way, we know the round is over when we reach this stitch. Okay, so I already put 1 single crochet, but to make an increase, I need to put a second single crochet in this same stitch. So if you pull your working yarn, you can see that this is the stitch I'm working on. So I will insert my hook here again. And put another single crochet. And we completed our first increase stitch. But remember, we have to make 5 more. So I will go ahead and put a single crochet into the next stitch. Now to make it an increase stitch, I will put another single crochet into the same stitch. And that concludes our second increase. We will repeat the increase stitch 4 more times until we reach the stitch marker at the end of the round. Okay, so we just put our last increase stitch, reaching the stitch marker. According to our pattern, we should have 12 stitches at this point. To count how many stitches you have, you should count the V-shapes that run along the perimeter of your circle. In this case, we indeed have 12 stitches, so we are good to move on to the next round. Just a quick tip that you will see an extra embedded V shape between the stitch marker and your slip knot. This is the same stitch as the first one, so don't include this when counting. That concludes this video. See you in the next one.